You know, I've been thinking, a lot of our pirating adventures in our new movie be based on ancient pirate lore.
Oh yeah, I knew that. And lore in this case means what exactly?
Lore is stories and the like.
Meaning not true.
Meaning partly true. Usually just the scary bits. The parts where your eyes get big as saucers.
Eye. One eye.
In this movie, it's all about the pirate lore. It's not about treasure this time. It's about the seas and about the freedom of the seas.
There's a lot of supernatural stories you've heard, but nobody'd ever actually done those stories as part of a larger pirate movie or swashbuckler.
We have our heading.
Ted and Terry are real students of film history, and they love pirate movies. They just did a massive amount of research and started combining them with sort of well-known lore like, you know, Davy Jones' Locker.
There's so many brilliant stories that combine that idea of the real era of piracy, which was at its height in the mid-1700s, and then the realms of monsters and God knows what that you can plonk in the centre of it.
So it's a case of taking legitimate sea lore and sort of molding it to suit the needs of the production, and it creates quite an interesting story. The Flying Dutchman is a real ship, but sort of passed into legend as a cursed ship, and we have our own version of how that curse works in this film, which is quite interesting.
What happens to the crew is that they're doomed to work on this ghost ship, the Flying Dutchman. Gradually, they become more and more a part of the ship. More and more barnacles and muscles start to grow on them, and you grow into the ship. And Davy Jones is the captain.
Get away from the rail!
What is it?
The Kraken!
Davy Jones also has control of the Kraken.
Summon the Kraken!
Which can come out of the sea at his bidding and destroy you and make your ship a memory.
The Kraken is basically Davy Jones's hitman.
But I actually think the Kraken originally dates back to Greek mythology.
Yeah, and it's under the command of Davy Jones, and he sends it to attack us.
And I don't think it's cracking anyways. Always heard it said Kraken.
Oh, with a long A?
Uh-huh.
No. Kraken's how it's pronounced in the original Scandinavian.
Well, we ain't original Scandinavians, are we?
History helped write this movie, but it is, you know, adventure from one end to the other.
I think I'm getting claustrophobic. Are these walls moving in?
No. Just try to relax.
Pirates don't relax. We're supposed to sail the seven seas, visit exotic islands, sail on pristine blue waters with a gentle breeze stirring the mizzenmast.
Ah, it is true. We've sailed to some fine ports in our latest pirate adventure. Seen most of the Caribbean, we have.
Caribbean.
It's Caribbean.
No, it's Caribbean.
Caribbean.
Ribbia.
Being.
Ribbia.
Enough!
There are quite a few islands in the Caribbean that we're going to film on. Of course, it's St. Vincent, which was a working-class island that we filmed the first one on.
It's like he's created a city here, a pirate city, and we're all part of it.
And there was a time we had well over 1,000 people working on the film at one time. Animals, special effects, and visual effects, and stunts, and extras, and wardrobe, and it is like an army. It's just an all-encompassing project.
This is actually a great location for us because it's a tune-up of what we're going to be experiencing in Dominica.
When you have a good script, you want to do it properly. Dominica was this primitive island that had the elements that were in the screenplay.
You have to understand, this is a Gore Verbinski film. The more extreme and remote, the better it is. For Gore, if you can't hike to it, rappel in, swim in, parachute into it, then it's not worth getting to.
It's a very courageous way to make films. It's fearless and sometimes a little overwhelming.
I think what makes Dominica different for this film is just the wildness of the terrain.
Don't try this at home.
Each and every location we've had to build a road into. Just getting to the site was our first big hurdle. Just inaccessible places that had a goat track before.
We have a phenomenal sequence on Dominica. Johnny has been held captive.
See that spot right there? That's where we first tried to put the bridge in.
Gore saw it from the air. We first tried to talk him out of it, and I think he replied, if it was easy, we wouldn't be shooting here.
Funny way to get to the office, huh?
Gore's an adventurer, you know, he likes to go to uncharted waters.
All directors have attention to detail, but Gore takes it to another level. He just cares about every shot being as good as it can be. My responsibilities are mostly to get into places where the dry cameras can't go. The audience is never going to be restricted, not going to be looking down from a cliff down into the gorge.
Pt.2 Gorge that has this beautiful waterfall in it, but there's only one way in. It's in by water and it's out by water.
Goodbye, Dominica. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, see ya. Bye, Dominica.